Democrats. Today is Monday, February 22nd, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Live. So a couple things I want to talk about today that are different levels of importance. I'm back to name 'em and shame 'em. And today's name 'em and shame 'em is Oklahoma State Senator Shane Jett. And it's mainly because of Senate Bill 803, which I'm going to nickname the Fragility Bill. And the reason that I'm calling it the Fragility Bill is it's the bill that basically says that teaching anything other, expanding history, expanding social studies to be anything beyond what we learned in the 60s and 70s is divisive. You know, I was raised to believe that history belongs to the teller. I don't like that, right? Because that makes it his story. I don't like that, because when history has a decided slant, when everyone who writes about history picks and chooses the pieces that make them feel good, you leave out big swaths of American history. And so the bill that says if we talk to anybody about, sexism and racism and the inherent biases that we have, that a teacher caught doing that can be kicked out of teaching and barred from being rehired. That's discriminatory and it's revisionist. So I'm combining my name 'em and shame 'em and also my advocacy for the day, my bill of the day. Typically, I talk to you about a bill that I'd like you to focus on and make sure it gets heard because the deadline is coming. Today, this bill is so important that I think that we need to reach out to our legislators and make sure they understand that this bill is troubling and that this bill should not A, get a hearing, or B, pass. I actually printed off a copy of the bill because I thought I was misunderstanding or maybe even overreacting. But this is the bill that says if we teach anything different than what we've been teaching, if we teach the possibility of, now we can discuss it, but we can't teach it, which means we can't really discuss it. But we teach anything that discusses racial bias, sexist bias, or anything like that, that a teacher can be banned from teaching just forever. They can get fired and barred from rehiring. And so it's saying that if this passes, it will be in effect on July 1st, 2021. My first thought when I read that was, yikes, what's the hurry? Well, then I kept reading and it says, it being immediately necessary for the preservation of public peace, health, or safety. Cut it out. So fragility is an emergency. Never mind that as I drive all over the state of Oklahoma, you guys know I live in Tulsa. I am in Oklahoma City today. The drive all over Oklahoma City and Tulsa, you see all the water main breaks. People did not have electricity for the last 9 or 10 days. Folks who are currently without homes. And the fragility bill is determined to be an emergency. That's crazy town. So I am asking you, I'm begging you to call your state House representative as well as your state representative and Senator Shane Jett and tell them that we say no to this bill, that we don't even really want it to even get a hearing. This bill is foolishness and it's a waste of resources. And it's really just a bill to send a message. And we need to send a message that we disagree, that it is not an emergency, and we need to focus on bills that actually help Oklahomans. All right, so I'm off that soapbox and I'm moving on. So today is February 22nd. Can you guys believe that President Biden has been president for a whole month so far? He's been president for a whole month. We have not been awakened with tweet storms. We don't wake up every day watching the news to find out his newest baby fit. It is wonderful. On top of the fact that, open enrollment for healthcare is open through May 15th, and that's directly because of who we have as president now. Thank you, President Biden. If you haven't signed up for healthcare and you don't have healthcare, please go out and explore the open enrollment form. See if there's a way for you to get coverage. Everybody needs to be coverage. What COVID-19, on top of just all the things that we've dealt with over the last 13 months, has told us, has laid bare that we do not have enough. Not enough Oklahomans have access to affordable health care. So please go out, check it out, sign up for health care if you do not already have benefits. So that's your going up, signing up. Now I'm going to talk about signing up for other things as well. So as you know, Democrats are sorely underrepresented in the state Senate. We have an opportunity to add one more state senator to the roster in Molly Uten. In the special election for Senate District 22. That's Edmond and Yukon and parts of Oklahoma City. You do not have to live there to be able to help her. And don't think of it as helping Edmond, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, although it's okay to help them, but think of it as helping the entire state. We need more senators. We need more balance in our legislature, and this is a way to get it. So please go out to mollyuten.com/volunteer. Find out if there's a way that you can help make phone calls for her, send texts for her, anything that you can do to help us flip this seat. That is very important. You know how I'm always saying help a candidate. In this instance, I'm picking out a very specific candidate for a very specific reason. So please go out to mollyuten.com, figure out how you can help her. And I am sure, I haven't talked to her today, but I am sure that she will be taking donations as well. Postcards and paying for phone banks and paying for texts actually costs money. And so help her out in that way. There are other candidates. There's an election in March and an election in April, in addition to future Senator Uten's seat, that will need some help. So please find a candidate local to you. A lot of municipal offices, a lot of school boards, those candidates need help as well. So please find a candidate to help. Another thing for you to sign up for, in, I think it's 18, 19 days, 2 weeks from Thursday, this Thursday coming, are precinct elections all over the state. On March 11th, there are precinct elections. That's how you get involved in the party. Precinct elections are the grassroots level. It's in your neighborhood. It's keeping your neighbors aware of what's going on and getting them involved as well. And so precinct elections are on March 11th. Precinct officers then go on to elect their county officers, who go on to elect their district officers, and finally their state officers. But this is how you get in on the ground floor in your precinct elections. And the easiest way to find out where you're going, and they're going to be virtual, so you don't even have to leave your house. So the way that you can find out where to sign up, we have 77 counties. There's no way that we could list all of those. Please go to your county your county Facebook page. So I live in Tulsa County. So Tulsa County Democrats, go out to that Facebook page and they will show you how to sign up to participate. So each county is doing it that way. So go out to your counties, find out how you can sign up to get invited to the precinct elections. It should be fun, easy, painless, and you'll learn so much about the party. So precinct elections are on March 11th. I can't say that enough, and you're going to hear me say it every day because we need more people involved. We have a fight on our hands coming in 2022, and we are already working on that. We're working hot and heavy on candidate recruitment. And once we get candidates committed, they're going to need help. And we're not waiting until 2022. We're getting started right away. So, and the first place we go is we ask precinct officers to help. So please sign up to be a precinct officer. You'll get to meet the candidates really early. You'll be able to develop a relationship with them and maybe help craft their message. It's a good way to get involved at the grassroots level. All righty. Do not forget to check in with Scott Hamilton this evening at 7 o'clock on our OK Democrats Facebook page and our OK Democrats YouTube page, and watch Scott Hamilton as he is joined by House Minority Leader Emily Virgin as she lays out the Democrats' legislative priorities for this session. It should be very interesting, and I'm so glad that they just announced them today in a press conference. And so today will be your first chance. if you weren't there, to hear about it and hear it straight from the leader's mouth. Okay, guys, I'll be back tomorrow at 4:15. Have a great one. Find a candidate to help.